Welcome to ReZ, where I show you the more musical side of gaming. Today's game, Skyrim. Skyrim has an interesting collection of music. It's mostly chorus, but it sticks closely to the classical genre with a little bit of the medieval tone. There's about 4 CDs worth of goodies to explore, so let's get started. This game started production in 2006 with the creation of the song Dragonborn, and everything grew from there. So you can say that this game was designed around the music. Or at least, I'd like to think so. This game was so focused on the way it sounded that there was a draconic language designed for the game. The song Dragonborn was even sung in that language. And that's what you're listening to right now. In Skyrim, you play as the Dragonborn. You are a mighty adventurer destined to restore the land of Skyrim to peace. So naturally, this game should have the same kind of epic feel that you'd expect from something like Lord of the Rings. We're looking for something with an orchestra, check, heavy drums, check, and large chorus. Oh god, check! The sound director of Skyrim, Todd Howard, envisioned the theme of this game to be sung by a horde of barbarians. This is exactly what you get with most of Skyrim's soundtrack. It fits the war-torn Nordic lands of Skyrim perfectly. And it fits no matter where you are in the game. When you're fighting a dragon, you get ominous, heavy drums. Sneaking through a cave, you get mysterious, echoing tones. And if you bump into a bard, you can request a song for him to play, no matter how much he hates it. And he must play, because he knows that you are the Dragonborn, and he must do your every whim. You know, just like real musicians. The only song that I felt that was really out of place was the themes for the snow-covered mountains in the north. Instead of feeling like we were traveling through some mysterious, mystical snow-covered lands, I felt like we were stuck in Silent Hill. When you play a Bethesda game, you know you're playing a Bethesda game. Fallout, Oblivion, they all play the same way and they sound pretty familiar. However, Skyrim has one major difference from the other games, and of course that's the Dragonborn theme. This theme definitely stands out from the rest of the music of Skyrim. It has an epic feel to it that leads the rest of the soundtrack pretty well. Unfortunately, it's the only song on the soundtrack worth remembering. Give it a year and I could see Dragonborn still in my music library. The rest of it, I'm gonna toss it in the trash. The rest of the soundtrack is great for atmosphere and setting, but it's not necessarily something I'd want to listen to casually. It's not bad, I just would get bored of it really quick. Unless you're running a game of Dungeons & Dragons, I don't see why you would really want to listen to this game's soundtrack outside of the actual game. Maybe I could see you putting the Dragonborn song on your iPod if you're in a particularly epic mood, I guess. So Skyrim's soundtrack as a whole is pretty good. It sets the mood for the world of the Elder Scrolls well, but all the goodness of the soundtrack comes from the Dragonborn theme. For that, I'm gonna give Skyrim soundtrack a total score of 850 points. Now, Skyrim was the first game on our scoreboard, so it's gonna get the high score. Well, that was ReZ, and keep playing, kids.